The Indian Constitution creates a complete framework for the relationship between the citizen and the state. But it is not a simple two-way relationship. It is a three-way relationship, and each part of this triangle defines a different dimension of constitutional citizenship. Part 3 is fundamental rights. What the state must not do to you. Part 4 is directive principles. What the state should do for you. Part 4a is fundamental duties. What you must do for the nation. Together, these three form what you can call constitutional citizenship. Rights, obligations, and responsibilities in one integrated framework. Let us understand each dimension and how they connect. Fundamental rights are found in Part 3, Articles 12 to 35. They are justiciable. Courts enforce them. They are primarily negative obligations, meaning they restrain the state. They apply mostly against the state, though some apply against private individuals too. They were borrowed from various sources, including the USA, UK, and Ireland. Some can be suspended during a national emergency, except Articles 20 and 21. Parliament can amend fundamental rights, but cannot destroy the basic structure. Directive principles are found in Part 4, Articles 36 to 51. They are non-justiciable. Courts cannot enforce them directly. They are positive obligations, meaning they guide the state towards certain goals. They apply only against the state. They were borrowed from Ireland's 1937 Constitution, which took the concept from Spain's 1931 Constitution. They cannot be suspended during emergency because they are aspirational directives, not legal rights with force to suspend. Courts use them as interpretive tools to expand fundamental rights, particularly Article 21. Fundamental duties are found in Part 4a, which is essentially just Article 51a. They were added by the 42nd Amendment of 1976. There are 11 duties. The original 10 were added in 1976 based on the recommendations of the Sworn Singh Committee. The 11th was added by the 86th Amendment of 2002. They are not directly justiciable, though Parliament can create statutory penalties for violations. The Prevention of Insults to National Honor Act gives legal force to the duty to respect the national flag and anthem. Fundamental duties apply to citizens only. Directive principles apply to the state only. Fundamental rights apply to persons, mostly citizens for some, and all persons for others. The fundamental duties were modeled on the concept from the Soviet Constitution, which included both rights and duties of citizens. The framers of the original Constitution in 1950 did not include duties, focusing only on rights. The Sworn Singh Committee in 1976 argued that a comprehensive citizenship required not just rights, but responsibilities. Now let me walk you through all 11 duties because they are tested regularly. Article 51a clause says abide by the Constitution and respect its ideals and institutions, the national flag, and the national anthem. Clause B says cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired the national struggle for freedom. Clause C says uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity of India. Clause D says defend the country and render national service when called upon. Clause E says promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India and renounce practices derogatory to the dignity of women. Clause F says value and preserve the rich heritage of India's composite culture. Clause G says protect and improve the natural environment including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and have compassion for living creatures. Clause H says develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. Clause 1 says safeguard public property and abjure violence. Clause J says strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity. Clause K, added in 2002, says a parent or guardian shall provide opportunities for education to their child or ward between the age of 6 and 14 years. Total, 11 duties. Originally 10. 11th added by the 86th Amendment of 2002. Now the interrelationships between the three parts. Directive principles can expand fundamental rights. Article 47 on nutrition became the basis for the right to health under Article 21. Article 39 on livelihood became the basis for the right to livelihood under Article 21. Courts read DPSPs into FRs to give them judicial enforceability. Fundamental duties can justify restrictions on fundamental rights. The duty to maintain national integrity under Article 51A Clause C has been used to support restrictions on certain forms of speech. The duty to protect environment under Article 51A Clause G connects to Article 48A, the state DPSP, and to the right to clean environment derived from Article 21. These three together create a three-layer environmental protection framework. Fundamental rights and directive principles can also conflict. The FRDPSP conflict and its resolution through harmonious construction after the Minerva Mills case is what we covered in the previous chapter. That entire history is relevant here too. Now your MCQ. How many fundamental duties are currently listed in Article 51A of the Indian Constitution? Option 1. 10, all added by the 42nd Amendment of 1976. Option 2. 11, with 10 added by the 42nd Amendment and the 11th added by the 86th Amendment of 2002. Option 3. 12, with an additional duty on digital citizenship added recently. Option 4. 9, as two original duties were removed by the 44th Amendment. Think carefully. The correct answer is Option 2. There are currently 11 fundamental duties. 10 were added by the 42nd Amendment of 1976. The 11th, the parental duty to provide education to children aged 6 to 14, was added by the 86th Amendment of 2002 along with Article 21A and the amended Article 45. Options 1, 3, and 4 all give incorrect numbers.